On this episode of The Infinite Art Hunt,
I am a sophisticated lady who would never do anything embarrassing. Like, for example, I would never try to squirt ketchup on a hot dog and accidentally miss the hot dog and get the ketchup all over my shirt. And I would never do it at a block party during a hot dog eating competition with my entire neighborhood watching.
So on what occasions have you worn masks before?
Only on Halloween and for protection of germs sometimes.
They can also be used to express a little bit more about yourself or your culture, and that's one of the ways that they've been used in traditions all over the world for thousands of years.
lead support for this program has been provided by the William Penn Foundation, with additional support from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, the Sidewater Family Foundation, the Thomas Locke Charitable Fund, and viewers like you.
Hey, art crew! Freddie here, getting ready to kick off my next mission on the Infinite Art Hunt. The Infinite Art Hunt is my summer quest to soak up all the art information that I can. And I'm bringing you with me. Today, we're going to a mask-making workshop, which, to be honest, is exactly what I need. Something terrible, no, horrible, no, earth-shattering has happened to me. I don't want to show my face. I would love to swap places with you, Skookle. Living in a shell sounds pretty good right now. Help me become a totally different person. Maybe Rita. Ooh, Electra. Join me, Electra, on the Infinite Art Hunt.
It's the Infinite Art Hunt! Hey guys, over here. We're on another adventure with Fred. Looking for art and making friends. Checking in with Grandma Tilly. The adventure never ends. We're gonna go to real places, find magic and wonder, and try new things and see what we can discover. There's art everywhere, and I really wanna explore. It's in the food that we eat, in the trees, in the forest. Infinite Art Hunt! This is amazing. I see art. It's the Infinite Art Hunt!
Frederic? Frederic?
I'm sorry, I have no idea who Frederic is. You're talking to Electra McNoodle, pal.
Oh, well, Electra person. Do you want to talk about what happened earlier this afternoon at the block party? You know, the condiment incident?
Well, Electra McNoodle has no idea what you're talking about. I mean, clearly, I am a sophisticated lady who would never do anything embarrassing. Like, for example, I would never try to squirt ketchup on a hot dog and accidentally miss the hot dog and get the ketchup all over my shirt. And I would never do it at a block party during a hot dog eating competition with my entire neighborhood watching.
Freddie.
That does sound like something Freddie would do. But then again, I am not Freddie. I am Electra. Fancy, never do anything embarrassing.
Well, your necklace still does say Freddie.
What happened to me at the block party was so embarrassing. I spilled ketchup everywhere, and my entire neighborhood saw. My neighbor, Tony, even called me Ketchup Catastrophe Girl.
Well, that does have a nice ring to it, but I promise everyone will forget about it. There's no need for you to become a whole new person.
I beg to differ. Grandma Tilly, before you say anything, I just wanted to let you know that there was an incident regarding condiments, but I am changing my identity and will now be known as Electra McNoodle.
Hi, Electra. It's nice to meet you. Though I have to say, I think Freddie suits you better. I know you're heading over to the Asian Arts Initiative today for a mask-making workshop.
A mask-making workshop is just what I need. All I want to do is hide my face.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Freddie. I love your sweet face. I'm sure whatever happened, it isn't as bad as you think it is. While you're at Asian Arts Initiative, you should meet up with my friend Rodney. He might just be the ray of sunshine you need to turn your day around. Feel your feelings, but don't hide away forever, Electra. Give my best to Rodney. Love you, baby.
You know, Rodney sounds like a pretty cool name. Maybe I should be Rodney McNoodles.
Okay, Rodney Electra Noodle Person. I think it would behoove you to take the Vizard Workshop as an opportunity to celebrate the self and not hide thine light.
What?
Let's go make some masks.
Hey guys, welcome to Asian Arts Initiative. Are you Freddie and Hildegard?
Hey, Rodney?
That's me. Did you know your grandma was the reigning foosball champion 7 years straight? Yeah. Well, let's go take a tour.
So now that I got to take a look at the place, would you mind if I maybe ask you a few questions?
Sure.
It's time for Too Many Questions with Freddie.
Too many questions? I thought you said just a few.
What's your name?
I'm Rodney Kamarsi.
What's your job?
I'm the engagement coordinator.
What does an engagement coordinator do?
A whole bunch of stuff, including communicating with the community and helping people find their way around the building. Also, I help make art projects and do project design, as well as engaging people, artists, and staff.
Cool. What's your favorite thing about working here?
My favorite thing is the people, the artists, the creative energy.
What's your favorite art you've ever seen at the Asian Arts Initiative?
A lot of art based on social justice issues and basically all the artists.
How would you describe the Asian Arts Initiative to a kid who's never heard of it before?
The Asian Arts Initiative is a safe space to learn, to be creative, and to express yourself and to be yourself.
What can folks come here to do?
They can interact with artwork, they can just see an exhibition, they can go to a performance, they can even make art themselves.
Would you rather be the size of a mouse or the size of a house?
A house.
What's the best kind of sandwich?
A hoagie.
Do you like to make art?
I love to make art.
What kind of art do you like to make?
I do a lot of illustration and I paint. I've painted murals and I've also just love to be creative and design interesting things for objects and create experiences.
If I had a spaceship outside right now and ask you to go to the moon, would you?
I would definitely go to the moon.
What's your best dance move?
My favorite dance move is the Dougie.
Any hidden talents?
I'd like to train my dog.
How do you like your eggs?
Runny.
What do you hope the Asian Arts Initiative looks like in 50 years?
I want the Asian Arts Initiative to have flying vehicles where we can go make art everywhere, including the moon.
Can you spin around in that chair?
I sure can.
Whee! Have you ever had something super embarrassing happen to you?
Actually, there was one time I was helping my wife set up for her exhibition, and I jumped down and ripped my jeans completely to shreds.
Do you think it's possible to make a mask big enough to cover my whole head so I never, ever have to show my face again?
Actually, there's a mask making workshop happening right now if you'd like to join. It's probably perfect for the infinite art hunt.
But I thought masks were only for Halloween and costumes.
Oh, there's a lot more to making masks. Come on, Megan and Kong will show you.
Oh my goodness. Rodney, what is this?
Hi, well, this is Radio AAI, an interactive art piece created by the Sound Museum Collective called The Body Conduit.
Oh.
You're welcome to touch things.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Rodney, this is art. I shouldn't be touching someone else's masterpiece.
Well, here, you're part of the art.
What?
Yeah, making the noises is part of the exhibit.
Oh,
So this is the boulevard of broken radios.
okay.
And so we turn on these and use the interference.
How are you
to
not
create
getting,
noises.
it looks like you're about to get electric shocked, Rodney, it does.
That's the magic, it doesn't.
Wait, can I try it?
Yes,
Are you
definitely.
sure? I won't get shocked.
No?
Okay. Ooh. When I see people do this, it looks like they're going to start a car. What? I did that, Rodney, I did that. Oh, Rodney, what is this?
This sculpture is called Antenna Rising. This is where we get to make art together.
What?
We take one of these wands
Okay.
and touch one of these parts of the exhibit.
It's
And
like,
you can touch this one.
I could touch this one? Should I? Oh my gosh, we could make a song. A 5, 6, 7, 8, blue, doo, 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 doo. What fun! Oh my! Here, you play both and I'll dance. Go ahead. Now we're part of the art. We're part of the art. It's Rodney and Hildy, a part of the art. Wow! What an unexpected surprise. I love it.
Hey, are you guys Megan and Kong?
Yes, we are. We're both teaching artists here at Asian Arts Initiative.
And we're gonna do a mask making workshop today, but since you're a little early, wanna help us set up?
Yeah.
So on what occasions have you worn masks before?
Only on Halloween and for protection of germs sometimes.
Well, masks can certainly help us hide or amplify our identities, or also protect us from germs.
They can also be used to express a little bit more about yourself or your culture, and that's one of the ways that they've been used in traditions all over the world for thousands of years.
Thousands of years? I thought that masks were only worn by superheroes today.
Well, we can definitely draw a lot of connections between masks from the past and also the ones you see in pop culture today. Come, we'll show you.
Let's do it.
Hey guys. Alrighty. So, today we're gonna be making some masks. Can anybody tell me what masks are?
It's like something to hide your identity.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, what else? What could a mask be?
Protection.
Protection, totally. Something that you wear over your face, usually, right? Something that you wear over your face. It could be for protection, it could be to hide your identity. Why else might people maybe wear masks?
To change the way they look.
Yeah, to maybe enhance the way they look. So sometimes masks aren't even meant to be worn.
Sometimes they're just made for like decoration, or they're made to hang on a wall or be part of a ceremony. So there's lots of different ways to make masks and reasons why people make them. So we're going to be making paper mache masks, okay? So to make paper mache, you're gonna need water. You're going to need flour or glue. We're gonna use flour. And some bowls. Spread these out. All right, and a fork to mix it with. So the recipe for paper mache is flour, water, and paper. And we're gonna use these really thin strips of paper right here. And when you mix the flour and the water together, it's gonna make a paste, okay? And one of the cool things about this recipe or this way of making paper mache is that it's biodegradable. Does anybody know what biodegradable means? Yeah.
Does that mean that it disintegrates into the earth and it doesn't cause pollution?
Yes, yeah, so it's a really eco-friendly mixture, right? It's an eco-friendly way to make your masks. Does this remind anybody of anything? Baking. Yeah, baking, right? You're probably gonna smell a little bit of this flour and water. Definitely don't eat it. This is raw.
Looks yummy.
It looks yummy?
It makes me want a hot dog.
Really? That's so funny. So if anybody is like worried about getting messy, there are some gloves here if you want to pass those around if you want them. I'm probably just gonna go right in there. I kind of like getting messy. So you kind of want it to be a little bit thick, but not too thick. So it's not super precise. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start pouring this into some bowls, and you guys can use your hands to mix up the rest. Are you down?
Yeah.
Cool. Ah, all right. So you kind of want the texture of cream. So it's like kind of thick, but it's still liquidy. All right, we're just gonna go for it. Hopefully I don't make a super big mess. So another cool thing about this is that it's generally pretty accessible. So I made my first mask during COVID, the lockdown. So I didn't really have a whole lot of art supplies in my house. I just had kind of baking stuff. And just using like scraps of paper, like newspaper or old like packing paper, flour and water, I was able to do this. And that's something that's really important to me, that art can be made by anybody. You don't need to have super fancy materials, right? So I'm gonna layer 2 pieces of aluminum foil together. That's gonna make it a little bit thicker. I'm gonna make a mold of my own face, okay? It's gonna look kind of weird, it's fine. This is how you do it, ready? You're gonna put it over your face. You're gonna find your eyes, find your eyebrows, go over your forehead, find your nose, go around your nose, find your mouth.
Thank you.
Under your chin. So I have this aluminum foil version of me. And you can work fast. There you go.
All right, now you see me, now you don't.
Okay, does anybody need a hand? Yeah, you guys are doing great. Yep, nice, Diane. So while you guys are doing this, I'll tell you a little bit about some more context. So other traditions of mask making include stone. Some people carve masks out of stone, sometimes out of wood. What else? Has anybody heard or seen any other types of masks that are maybe made out of something aside from this? Maybe like,
I don't know.
gold? Yeah, you're so right, yeah. Some masks are made out of metals. Fabric, clay, yeah, totally. There's so many different ways to make it. Okay, so we have our mold, and now we're gonna want our strips of paper. Could you grab me those strips of paper? Thank you, Jen. Sweet. So, you'll see that these are kind of cut into some ribbons, and they're kind of stacked. So if you want some thinner layers, you can kind of peel them apart. Or if you want to make it thicker, you can keep them stacked. But I think it works a little bit better if you do 1 or 2 at a time. And this is what we're going to do. You're going to take your strips, find your mask, dunk it in your mixture, And then I like to drag it on the side. You can either drag it on the side of the bowl, because it kind of takes off the extra, or you can go like this and just use your hands to take the extra off, yeah? Because if it's too super soaking wet, then it's just gonna be like really, really messy and chaotic.
That doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, I know, right? And then you're just gonna lay it over the top. And you can kind of press it in with your fingers if you need to. If you're running out on the edge like this, you can fold it over so it stays on. And what you wanna do is you're gonna keep laying those pieces over until you can't see the tin foil anymore. That make sense? Does anybody have questions? Also, these pieces are really long. They're super easy to tear, so you can just tear them into shorter pieces that are easier to work with. I'll demonstrate right now. There you go.
Ooh, that looks slimy. That does look slimy.
So has anybody here used masks or worn masks before?
Yeah.
For what reasons or purposes?
For the
COVID?
For Halloween costumes.
Halloween costumes, totally. Yeah. What else? Anybody else? Has anybody just seen them or been to like family functions or been to events and seen them?
Yeah. This does feel very disgusting.
It is kind of ooey gooey. What were some of those events or functions or
Cultural events.
cultural events?
Yeah. My grandmother has some.
Has some?
Yeah.
What do they look like?
They look like kind of tribal masks. They were carved out of wood, and I think they're really cool.
Alrighty, so now that our masks have dried, they're pretty sturdy. Yeah, now they are ready because they're a paintable surface now.
Yep.
Okay, so before we start painting, we want to think a little bit about what our design is going to be. Yeah? Does anybody have any ideas of what they want to do already? Yeah, what do you want to do? Flowers. Okay.
Random stuff.
Random stuff. Yeah, so we could do random stuff, or we could maybe be a little bit more intentional about why we're making our mask, right? So we have a lot of different reasons why. We've got some kind of protective reasons why, and we've got some other kind of social reasons why. Maybe you want to hide your identity. Maybe you want to show off something about yourself, yeah? You want to show off your beauty with flowers or something like that. Yeah, so does everybody have kind of an idea maybe of what they want to do now?
I know exactly what I want to do.
Awesome, all right, let's get started.
I think I have an idea what I want to do.
And remember, when you're painting, you want to go thin strokes, because if it's super goopy, it's going to take a long time to dry. Let's see. A light blue. Nice. Yeah. Ooh, that's pretty. It's a pretty color.
All right, let's get painting.
Mine kind of turned out really wide. But it reminds me kind of the moon. So I think I'm gonna do something like that.
Started this like 3 minutes ago, but
Still mixing.
you can do a lot.
You're still mixing things?
I mean, I'm
like that. Being intentional.
Get that perfect orange.
CJ, what are you working on?
I'm kind of going for like a kind of a loser at a chess game kind of design. So you're a bit upset about losing and a bit angry too. So you're a little flushed, but you're still having fun.
Nice.
For mine, I've been, very inspired by, finding peace in my interpersonal space. And something that brings me peace is like darkness, night sky. So I'm just trying to portray that a little bit.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I really love spring. Spring is my favorite season, and I really was thinking of doing something abstract. So I just took a lot of spring colors and just dabbed them on each other. So for me, I'm going for like more of a chess pattern because I personally really enjoy chess. And I want a butterfly near the eye, only because I think butterflies are really gorgeous. The different patterns just amaze me.
All right, Freddie, are you ready to show us yours?
I think so. So this morning, I had a little bit of a mishap. The ketchup wouldn't come out of the container, and I squeezed too hard, and it went on my face. I was really embarrassed, but now I kind of wanted to embrace that. And since everyone called me Ketchup Girl, I guess I'd call myself Ketchup Girl. So I wanted to represent the red because it's my favorite color, and fine because Ketchup, and Ketchup is great. So I embraced my mistakes and made it into art.
That's incredible.
Nice. Thank you.
So, what do you think, Freddie?
Well, at first, I was definitely more interested in the whole hiding my identity part. I wanted to make a mask like all the other kids here so I could blend in. But then I realized that everyone was putting their own identity into their decorations. I couldn't blend in if I tried. So I wanted to make my mask as Freddie as I can.
That's awesome.
Who cares if I'm Ketchup Catastrophe Girl? Ketchup is really cool. I wanted to use red to symbolize ketchup and my favorite color. I'm wearing my nickname with pride.
That's incredible. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you for teaching me about masks, Megan and Con. You know what I learned today, Hildegard?
What's that, Rodney Electra?
Oh, I'm back to Freddie. And that's kind of what I learned. It's okay to be me. I mean, sure, embarrassing things happen.
Well, involving ketchup sometimes.
Yeah, but I like being me.
I learned something today as well, mostly about amplification of invisible sonic environments.
What?
Well, I learned that they exist. That was news to me. Plus, I learned I can be a part of the art.
I've always thought of you as a masterpiece, Hildegard.
Oh, Freddie, really? That's so kind of you to say. Oh, just glad you're back to being Freddie again.
Me too. Well, art crew, I think that was a very successful mission. We got to make our own masks, Hildegard went on a sound journey, and we got to make awesome friends. You know, Skookle, have you ever done something embarrassing? Glad to know I'm not the only one. And I think that the name Rodney would definitely suit you. You know, if you're ever looking for a new name. Well, I hope all you fellow art hunters are out there being the best you that you can be. I'll see you next time on the Infinite Art Hunt.
It's the Infinite Art Hunt! Hey guys, over here! Oh yeah. We're on another adventure with Fred. Looking for art and making friends. Checking in with Grandma Tilly. The adventure never ends. We're gonna go to real places, find magic and wonder, and try new things and see what we can discover. There's art everywhere, and I really wanna explore. It's in the food that we eat, in the trees, in the forest. Infinite Art Hunt! Oh, this is amazing! I see art everywhere. It's the Infinite Art Hunt!
Lead support for this program has been provided by the William Penn Foundation, with additional support from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, the Sidewater Family Foundation, the Thomas Locke Charitable Fund, and viewers like you.
Continue the fun at home with art projects, activities, and printables, paired with the episode you just watched. Available at WHYY.org/The Infinite Art Hunt.